What's going on, everybody? It is Ryan Darks back with DSF Dark Side Fashion, back with another video. If you're a new subscriber, lucky you, you have turned into the best men's fashion channel on YouTube. If you're a current subscriber, current viewer, thank you so much for returning. We would not be here if it wasn't for you. So as you all know, in recent videos, I've started to briefly talk about colognes and different fragrances and things like that, but I feel like it's very important that we start to educate ourselves on these different fragrances, what's contained in them, things to look for when we are looking to purchase a nice fragrance. So today we're going to be reviewing the Dior Sauvage Parfum. This is a very popular fragrance. A lot of you may have heard about it, or a lot of you maybe intend to get it at some point, or a lot of you maybe have it or have had it in the past. So it's a very popular fragrance. We're going to be reviewing this fragrance, going to be going over the performance of it, how long it lasts, the smell, different things like that, so we can give you guys the most details possible so you can form an educated decision going forward if you want to purchase this fragrance. So like I said, this is Dior Sauvage Parfum. We're going to be reviewing a lot of important things about it, so stay tuned. Please make sure to hit the like, subscribe, notification button to be notified every time I release a new video. And with that being said, let's get on with the video. So this is the Dior Sauvage Parfum, very popular fragrance. So before we even get into, the most important part, how it smells and things like that, I think we need to pay special attention to the overall presentation of the bottle here. So I like the bottle. I think it's a very nice look. It's very unique and different in my opinion. But the most important thing about the overall appearance of the bottle is this magnetic top here. So it kind of just goes on there and it's pretty tight. It's hard to get off too, which is a very good thing for fragrances for a number of reasons, but most importantly, it prevents a lot of those unnecessary spills that a lot of fragrance kind of, have that problem when you kind of drop it or it's hanging like this. These bottles aren't always as secure, but with this one, I have to give them their credit. They did a great job just crafting the overall bottle and pay attention to special details and things like that. Because me personally, I like to travel a lot. So when I'm traveling, I like to pack my fragrances and things like that. And this is one I always pack because I know I won't arrive at my destination with any unnecessary presents in my bag, like leaks or anything like that. So this is a very important thing to know about the Dior Sauvage Parfum bottle. But of course the smell and things like that are important, but what sets, these great fragrances apart from one another, from the lower, less detailed fragrances, these little details like that. So aside from the presentation, let's get on to the smell, which is probably the most important part why you clicked this video in the first place. But it has different notes contained in it. So the first note is tonka bean. If you guys know what tonka bean is, it's a legume out of South America. It's like a sweet almond type of scent to it. Mandarin is another note, which is a much more fruitier type of scent. And then the last fragrance is sandalwood, which is a more rich scent as well. So these scents all combined make up the Dior Sauvage Parfum. I really like these notes. I think they all smell really great together. This fragrance smells incredible. I wear it all the time. But yeah, these are the notes contained in the Dior Sauvage Parfum. Like I said, a couple of these notes I wasn't as aware of, but as I looked into them more, great notes, great mixture. They did a great job with crafting this up. So the performance here, which is another important part of a fragrance, the performance here is, so this is, like I said, a parfum. So a lot of us may not know the different types of fragrances where they rank on the fragrance ladder, but this is a parfum. So a parfum lasts the longest, so because it has the most oil concentration. So a parfum has anywhere from 20% above on the oil concentration ladder. The more oil you have in your fragrance, the longer your fragrance lasts. So a parfum will last you about 8 to 12 hours plus on average. Under that you have the Eau de Toilette, or the Eau de Parfum, excuse me. Eau de Parfum is under the parfum, which usually is about 15 to 20% oil concentration, which will last you about 5 to 8 hours. And then under the Eau de Parfum is the Eau de Toilette, which is about 8 to 15% oil concentration, which will last you about 3 to 5 hours. So anything under that I really wouldn't go for, because at that point you're not really getting your money's worth, and the fragrance isn't really going to last you a long time. So these are the top 3 I would usually go for when I'm looking to buy a fragrance. But if you want the biggest bang for your buck, I always go for Parfum, because they last the longest. They have the most oil concentration, and you're going to get the most out of your money. Now, they are the most expensive, of course, because it has the most oil in them. But like I said, you get your money's worth out of a Parfum. I literally have sprayed this on me like one day, and I literally wake up and the smell is still on me. So like I said, that's what you want out of a fragrance. You want something that lasts you a long amount of time, something that, you know, you spray it and the next hour it's not on you anymore. It's not really what you want when you're looking into a fragrance. So it's a very important thing to know about a Parfum. So make sure you guys are looking into that. A lot of times I'll see a lot of people just going in, smelling a fragrance, spraying it, things like that, and then they buy it, but they don't know anything about it. Like, they don't know where it ranks on the ladder, if it's an Eau de Toilette, Eau de Parfum, or a Parfum. They don't know anything about it. They just kind of get it because it smells good, but they're not asking, you know, the people working there what kind of fragrance it is, how long it's supposed to last, anything like that. So when you guys are trying to educate yourself and get the most bang for your buck, you should honestly look into what fragrance you're getting, how long it's going to last. Just ask the people at the mall. You can ask them at the fragrance store, you know, a little more detail about the fragrance before you get it, because you don't want to, you know, waste your money. This is an investment. So I'll highly recommend you educate yourself before you make that purchase. Now, I would say you could wear this pretty much year round, which is another benefit of this Dior Sauvage Parfum, because a lot of fragrances are seasonal. I don't know if you guys knew that. So a lot of fragrances work better in the winter time, or some work better in like the spring or summertime. But this one's honestly a year-round fragrance. It's not too heavy, it's not too light, works great year-round. I wear it year-round. So yeah, I think it's a very versatile fragrance. Like I said, not many fragrances are like that. So that's another good thing about this fragrance as well. But as we get on to if it's actually worth it, some of you may have some disagreements with that, but I'm just going to give my honest opinion. So me personally, I would say this fragrance is worth it. Now, I have the 3.4 ounce bottle and it ran me $155. They also have a 2 ounce bottle that runs $127. And then they also have the biggest out of the bunch, which is a 6.8 ounce bottle, which runs $210. Me personally, I wear a lot of fragrances and I switch them out a lot when I'm going different places. So I wouldn't get a bottle that's 6.8 ounces just because, like I said, I like to wear different fragrances all the time. So unless you're like really crazy about the fragrance, then maybe you could get a 6.8 ounce. But I don't know, I like to have a lot of different fragrances in my fragrance arsenal. So it just doesn't make sense for me to get a 6.8 ounce. I think a 3.4 ounce is usually my go-to as far as the size of the container I like to buy. I think a two ounce bottle is a little too small in my opinion, but that's just me though. I think a 3.4 ounce is usually the way to go. Now I would probably give this an 8 out of 10. And I only say that because it's a very popular fragrance. So anything popular, you're going to run that risk of other people having it, which I don't like personally. So I don't like spraying this on me and then I run that risk of, Johnny smelling the same way when I go out. That doesn't really sit too well with me. But, if you don't care about that, then I would say the perfect fragrance for you. But I would just say if you are, kind of cautious about other people smelling like you do, then, take your own risk of wearing this one. But it smells great though. It's just the fact that a lot of people have it or are aware of it and possibly own it. So it's kind of like equivalent to if we talk about shoes like the Air Force One. A lot of people own the Air Force One or know about it or are looking to buy it. So just to give you guys a brief comparison, that's kind of what the Dior Sauvage is like when it comes to fragrances. Very popular fragrance though, and it smells great, but unfortunately you run that risk of, all your neighbors smelling the same as you possibly do. So yeah, you have that with the Dior Sauvage. Also, Johnny Depp is the face of Dior Sauvage as well, and we know anything Johnny Depp does is going to be very popular. So unfortunately, yeah, Johnny Depp has made this a very popular fragrance. So that's kind of the problem we run into as well. But if you're just looking to get into fragrances, this is one of your first fragrances you want to try out, I would highly recommend this one. Like I said, it's a great purchase. I think it's a great fragrance. Smells incredible, honestly. It's just so popular. That's the only thing about it. But there's a lot of pros to it. A few cons, but I would say a lot of pros. But it all just comes down to if, you know, you don't care about other people having what you wear, then it's not that big of a deal. But like I said, me personally, I like to not smell like everyone else, so that's kind of why I have a love-hate relationship with it. But if you're looking to get into fragrances, like I said, it's a great fragrance for you, and I would highly recommend trying it out. I get compliments on it all the time, so it is for sure a fragrance that people will notice and give you a lot of compliments on. So smells great. So guys, hope you were able to get something. Hope I was able to educate you on our first fragrance review. Like I said, we're going to start talking about fragrances a little bit more, and maybe reviewing more fragrances, or just giving you guys recommendations, more educational tips on fragrances and things like that, so you guys can make the best decision possible when you're looking to get into, you know, the fragrance game, as we like to say it on this channel. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please make sure to like, subscribe, comment, hit the bell notification to be notified every time I release a new video. If you're not following me on Instagram, make sure to do that at Ryan_Darks. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Happy holidays. Peace.